What's up, everybody? This is your girl Erica from the Classy Climb blog. I'm doing this one quick. Let's probably see this at lunch while I'm out. I just want you to understand that the title of this video is "Stop Putting Spells on Yourself." Now, many people are say, "Oh, here she go with the woo woo," but I have to because I want you to understand that every year, right? People say certain things, and your subconscious doesn't know if it's, you know, legit or not. Like when you say niggas, "Oh, I'll never lose the weight, I'll never do this, I'll never have money, I'll never travel." You're putting spells on yourself. Now, let me just play this clip. But before I do play that clip, listen, don't forget to join us January 8th through 12th. Make sure you put a good spell on yourself. We're going to have 5 days in a row of concentrated planning and preparation to get ourselves geared up for the rest of this year, help you plan out your business and your life. And again, it's a group setting coaching. And again, there'll be accountability group on Facebook that you guys can join. But I want you to understand that there's power in the words that you say and you read and you listen to. There's a lot of power in it. Okay. And so that's that. But also check us out on the Road Digital Liberty Tour. If you're from Dallas, don't forget to email our staff. We have something special for the Dallas folks who want to attend the event February 3rd and 4th. All right, you guys, let's go and share what I was going to see here, share it with you. I get it on Instagram. You know how I'm going to get over there.
So when a kid hears a song and he starts singing that chorus over and over and over, then you start to hear it in the alpha state into the subconscious mind. So you start to become the song or become what you're saying.
And just think, all those years you were mad at your parents for not letting you listen to rap music or heavy metal music or Metallica or whatever, but there's truth in it. You're programming your mind. These songs are programming your mind. So careful what you listen to. That's why I only listen to good old country songs and old 1980s Sade. Yeah, I'm becoming that old lady because everything else, you guys got to listen to what the lyrics are saying. Y'all listen to Sexy Red? Okay.
Singers, when they sing songs, it's like a mantra. When you repeat a chorus over and over and over. So when a kid hears a song and he starts singing that chorus over and over and over, then you start to hear it in the alpha state into the subconscious mind.
Okay, so there was a concerted effort in the 90s against rap music, and many people were like, "Well, Ericka, remember they were against rap. We're not against rap. We're against these rappers, right?" Listen, we ain't gonna go through all that, but here's the thing: this stuff really is true, and this is why if you go look on YouTube, there's videos to play while you're asleep. How to play this during your subconscious mind. Why they tell you to listen to certain type of music when you go to bed. Right. So again, this is my contribution to this. I said the power of subconscious mind is a bestseller. Joyce Meyer's Battlefield of the Mind is a bestseller. This is why kids are coming to kindergarten singing Sexy Red but can't read. This is why we still have 52% of blacks living in the suburbs and rural areas, but pretending to be hood and gang related. When you bring this up, you're repeatedly told to shut up, and then you see GoFundMe's for these same tragic situations. This is why folks complain about mumble rap and replay a lot of 90s TV shows and music. Lots of confusion is what they have planned for your kids. Now I'm going to read some of the comments, and I know some of you are going to be like, "Oh, man, here we go." Principles increase. Remember when Snoop made a song about bitches and shit, but hoes and tricks? Then we saw a generation of men who started hating women. There's no sorry. There's no coincidence. In Spanish, the song equals canta or incantation or spell, right? Again, one of the most famous songs to this day, I put a spell on you because you're mine. I don't care that you don't want me. And that song to this day is one of the most famous, especially the voodoo version, right? Again, right here, I saw a video last year focused on some song lyrics and have manifested for the artist. Ariana Grande's Affair, Lady Gaga's history with bad romances, broken engagement. Lizzo spoke on NDA, rumors not being true, right? Again, awesome word from Mike. It's the utmost truth. As some that does radio independently, it's very much a thing we share it, folks. You have to be careful, you guys. And some of y'all gonna say, "Oh, here, Ericka, go with this." Right? But I remember picking up an album from what is her name? She's a witch. God, dog. The Dog Days of Summer are over now. That girl. Anyway, her band, and I bought the album, right? I bought the CD. I put it in my car, listened to it. The whole album is like a trance. It's like It's like the rhythms, the beat, the song. I'm like, whoa. And just listening to it once, it gave me like chills. And so I went and I talked to somebody and they were like, oh yeah, she's a witch. I said, say what? And sure enough, I went and go listen to her in an interview. She's like, "Oh, I'm a witch, and I love putting a spell on people while I'm in the studio." Now everybody laughed and said, "Oh, Ericka, that's just her saying that, yada yada yada. Don't do that." But this is something people are really flippant about what they're listening to. They're sitting here telling you their lives are boring, their marriages are boring, uh, and where are they getting that from? Where are they getting that from? They're listening to these songs and saying, "Oh no, it's just an artist song. It doesn't matter." But look at all these artists, these rappers that have been killed repeatedly. Now, someone's going to be like, "Ericka, here we go. That's too much." But I want you to really truly understand you have a power in what you say about yourself. What you say about yourself, what you're doing, it is a power to it. So you have to be careful what type of spell you're putting yourself under. Now, maybe you're gonna be like, "Oh man, here we go, some older person just talking to stuff," and I'm like, "I'm not older. I'm just an adult now." And I realize why our parents fought so hard to not let us listen to certain things, right? And there was a kind of a laugh in country music because it kind of went from frat bro country, let's party, have a good time, to what we call boyfriend country, right? Where everybody wants to get a girlfriend and want to get married, and you can see the difference in the culture. It's what you're listening to. I had two cousins. One was very much a kind of a straight lace guy listening to like R&B pop, and another cousin that was a rap, listened to rap all the time. The one in rap went to jail, which was very rare in our family. We didn't have people go to jail. The one who listened to R&B, he's married with kids, and you would see just in his way he dressed, his polos, his clothes, the people he hung out with. You have to understand there is a power in what you're listening to and speaking to. So if all day long you're listening to poverty, anger, violence, murder songs, even if it's in the background, your kids know every word to the song, right? Then you're sitting here in a higher vibration that's angry, frustrated, and upset. And then you don't understand why you can't go to bed at night. You can't sleep well. Your stomach's upset all the time. They do countless studies on this stuff, on vibrations and the music and the octaves and the levels that they play the music in, that it creates fear, anxiety into people. You don't have to take my word for it. You can go study all this stuff yourself. I know many won't. They'll just say, "Oh, you're being an old fuddy duddy. You're complaining." But look at the level of contempt that is in most people's minds for the opposite sex. That didn't come from the gender war. That's coming from music. You had the 80s and 90s and R&B. Look at Boys and Men, all stuff. They're singing songs to women. They're singing towards women. Women are singing towards men. Let me adore you. Let me treat you well. Let me love on you. Let me give you a nice home. Again, listen to the difference. Go listen to Sade. Go listen to any of these 90s. Shane, DJ. People going to parties dancing happy, going to cookouts dancing happy. Even Frankly Beverly and Maze, the song, which is a breakup song that nobody understands, a breakup song, Before I Let Go, is even happy. The tone is upbeat. Before I Let Go. Go read the lyrics. He breaking up with this girl. But long and story short, I want you to understand this is why you have these artists who can go out and do tours and make money in their 80s and 70s and 60s. Jeffrey Osborne's going to be at one of the, I think when we're in Las Vegas during our digital real estate tour, and I'm getting tickets. Dude, 75, but that type of music is still better quality sound instruments than what you have coming out today. Again, NSYNC, Backstreet Boys, go listen to some of the stuff they were singing. Go listen, go read the actual lyrics. Now you're going to say, "Ericka, okay, I got you. How can I put a good spell on myself?" A good spell on yourself is reinforcing what you're hearing and seeing and making sure everything's in sync. This is why y'all get such pushback at your homes and your houses when you start trying to change. When you start trying to work out, eat better, change the food, change the vibration in your house, literally, you're going to get pushback from your wife, your husband. You're going to get pushback from your kids because you're changing the vibration in your house. Right. So this is why when people tell me, "Oh, my kids are going to do this and that," your kids are only going to do what you do. I went to, what was it, 7-Eleven, when I got this cocoa the other day. I know my desk is dirty. I got to clean it up. Last night I went and got cocoa. There was a mom, a son, and a daughter, white. They were all close to 300 pounds, all of them. Getting slushies, getting big old bags of chips. I don't know where they was going. I don't care. That's not my business. But I was looking at them and I'm like, no matter what that mom tells those kids, these teenagers, they look just like her. They're doing what she does. They're not going to do what she says for them to do. They're going to do what she does. And this is why people get real touchy feely, because they're like, well, you're not a parent, you're not a this, you don't know. And I'm like, I can look at your dogs, I can look at your kids, and they look like you. Their bodies are shaped like you. So what you're doing and eating and listening to affects everybody in the house. So if that mom that's getting that giant 32-ounce frozen slushy at 10 o'clock at night with her kids comes in and says, everybody, we're changing everything. We're gonna eat healthy. We're gonna walk around the block every day. We're gonna stop watching Netflix all afternoon. We're gonna do this. She will get the most biggest pushback of her life. Why? Because they have been trained in a particular fashion. So how do you put a new spell on your house and on you? You have to do it. This is one of the biggest things. Many people say, well, Ericka, I'm telling my family we're going to do this. I'm telling them again, that finna do, gonna do, ought to do. No, you just got to start hardcore turning left. I had several people who I've done consult calls for where the spouse lost 80 pounds, 50 pounds, 40 pounds. All of a sudden, their wife or husband, because of the fear of that person might leave them, lost weight as well. Not because they both want to be healthy, but the fear of that other person leaving them. Now they're going to go work out. Now they're going to get on the diet. Now they're going to change their food. Now they're going to get it together. They're not going to eat like that no more. And fear, unfortunately, is a bigger motivator than positivity. So you almost have to surround yourself with a lot of positivity. I'm talking about as you're driving to work, audiobooks, as you're going to these conferences once a quarter, right? Every 3 months, there should be a conference in your related field, whether it's your job or a business ideal you're trying to work on, that reinforces why you're doing this and meeting people in your environment. Because eventually, let's just be really honest, if you're changing and growing and you're starting companies, your circle will eventually completely weed itself out. It's one of the saddest things. You hear people like, oh, my friends are different now. They're going to all be business related. Not all of them, not always, but I mean, it's going to be this mix. And what people want is they want 100% change, and their friends don't change, their house doesn't change, their body doesn't change, just their money. They magically make $150,000 more a year, but they stay completely the same. That's not possible. It's not possible. So in order, when you're putting these spells on yourself, you're speaking positivity, you have to reinforce it with the books and the people you hang out with, the locations you're in, right? A lot of people come online and cry all day and night about men, women, situations and where they live and poverty in the community. And I go, why are you spending time over there? Oh, I don't even live near the hood. Then why are you talking about it? You don't live in it. You're not surrounded by it. You're not with the women over there. Why are you talking about this? Because they're putting a spell on themselves. So they're obsessed with this situation, this environment, and women they don't deal with, and communities they don't live in. They're obsessed. Instead of saying, I have some money now, I can go donate to a charity, a school, a project, or something. I can go find a new place to put my energy into. They don't have that. They refuse to put a spell on themselves to be better. Again, I'm going to wrap this up, but I want you to understand, you have to really examine what you're listening to on a daily basis. Because there's going to be people in this comment section. I already know when I come back and watch this video, oh, I listen to rap music every day and I got a 9 to 5 and I'm happy and I got a good wife. And listen, miss me with that, right? Because we have studies that will show you if a young man doesn't have a father, but he's in a neighborhood where 70% of men have a father, it's a 2-parent home situation, the kids fare normal like everybody else. It's herd mentality. But if you get that neighborhood 60-40, 50-50, where there's no fathers in the neighborhood, all of a sudden the scores, the test scores, the abilities, the confidence of all the young men in that neighborhood go down. They study and test this thing. So yes, if you're a kid who grew up in a 2-parent home from the suburbs and you got good parents and they've taught you well, Those kids still struggle to try to be gang related and tough. Why? Because the music you're listening to. These prisons are the lowest level of crime. I would say it was murder crime and violent crime, but the highest level of what? Porch piracy, stealing, drug trafficking. Well, what has been the past 10 years of songs? I'm pushing it, I'm driving, I'm doing mule activities, basically. Songs. This is why you have to be careful what you're listening to. And people make fun, oh, you're listening to country music, that they're doing the same stuff. Listen. Them songs are about having a good time. My girlfriend cheating on me. There's a lot of them too. But at the end of the day, it's what you're choosing to listen to. It's so powerful. What you put between these two ears is so powerful. And this is why when you start making money and changing your habits, and you start getting in a room with wealthy people, you start playing golf, you start playing tennis, you start going to different locations, you start eating at different restaurants, your clothes change, your behavior change, your attitude change. Usually your talking points change. How you talk changes. You don't got to fake it till you make it if you actually go make it and go put yourself in those spaces. That's why you see a lot of these all of a sudden all these people in these spaces that started making money, these social media gurus, or all of a sudden they all got married because it didn't make any absolute sense that they've been living with their children's mothers for 10 years, and then all of a sudden they made money, and everywhere they went people were looking at them like they were a joke. You've been with that woman 10 plus years, you got kids that are 5, 8, 9, and 10 years old, and you ain't married the lady. What are you waiting for? Why are you living this goofy life? Again, the surroundings matter. When there's no pressure on the community to be high performers, then you're listening to crap music, you're going to crap schools, you're being in crap environments. It all matters. This is why when I talk about being plumbers and blue collar and service business, we can literally look and see Latino people rising and buying homes and buying cars and running $2 and $3 million a year companies. Yet people will look you dead in the face. Well, girls won't date plumbers. What? Girls won't date roofers. What? Again, put a spell on yourself, but in a good way. Anyways, this is your girl Ericka, Classic on Blog. This was just a quick one. You guys have a great day. See you guys on the 5-day kickoff, January 8th through 12th, or I'll see you on the road on Digital Liberty Tour.